Here's the ugly motor all cleaned up. Hit it with the power washer, got most of the gunk and stuff off of it, and still need to do a little bit more cleaning to it. Started to extract some of the exhaust bolts. Had a couple broken in there. Got them out on this side, need to do them on the other side. Wash it one or two more times, and then probably replace the rear main, rear cover gasket, pan gasket, and pickup tube O-ring. This engine was supposed to be running when it was pulled. You know, might take off a main or two to see what it looks like, but this is the engine that we're going to put in that old C10 that we're going to swap down in Mexico. So I'm going to get it cleaned up a little bit more and start on the engine harness, and I'm going to get this one mocked up in the stand. I haven't used my stand yet, but we got a bell housing, put a radiator on it. We're gonna go ahead and run this on the test stand, make sure it doesn't overheat or do anything, because I got a couple days to swap this thing in Mexico and I don't need anything going wrong. Last thing I want is, you know, an engine knocking or overheating after I do all the work down there, because I got to drive it back. So anyways, I'm gonna get on the harness now. Big bulky factory harness off of the 5.3 that's going to go into the swap truck in Mexico, the C10. I'm going to get this thing stripped down, thin out the harness, get it with remove all the loom, install the braided nice cloth loom, and get it ready for standalone for the swap on the truck. So I'm going to go ahead and strip this thing down and get it ready. The messy workstation, like a $10,000 bench for building harnesses. My plasma table. I don't have anywhere else to work right now. So this fuse box, about 15 bucks on Amazon, comes with all the terminals and things like that. This is what I'm going to go ahead and make my standalone with. I'm going to have 4 relays, 2 for my fan relays, 1 fuel pump, 1 main. I like to use these little heated heat shrinks with solder or whatever to make some wire connections. And then I got my other heat shrink right there. Started to do my wire connections, ones that I know I'm going to need, and now I'm going to go ahead and start pinning that fuse box. And I believe it's done. So here's a quick overview. I don't want to bore you guys with wiring. Okay, so I've got, hard to do this with one hand. I've got these blue wires, these 2 blue are my fan, green for my fuel pump, and then I have my main power right here. It's going to power everything up, and then I've got my 3, the trifecta, which is my coils, transmission, O2 sensors, all those that got to get powered together, and that's about all. So I'm gonna put some loom on this thing. Oh, my signal wires. Okay, so key on power, that should power up everything, and then my fuel pump signal, and then my fan relay signal. But yeah, let me get this thing together, make it look nice. Yard and see if I can find me tack module harness. They cut it off of the harness that came on that engine. So this one's drive-by cable. Drive-by wire. There we go. Cut it off. Send it. Check out the run stand, boy. This is the other motor that I want to do in Mexico. Bam! I just got to put a battery box, find radiator hoses, and then I'm going to test fire my 6.2 for the dually too. See if I rework this harness, see if it works too. Bust. So I'm most likely not getting the truck in Mexico. I took the engine off the run stand, set it back here. Long story short is, you know, just not gonna happen. So I put my 6.2 from the dually on the run stand, waiting on the fuel fittings to come in. That way I can go ahead and connect the fuel system and we can test fire this. But since I'm done with those for now, this is that 6-liter block that I'm going to put into the Lincoln Continental. I've got an LS2 intake, 243 heads I'm going to put on it. I just kind of cleaned up the block, about to throw it in the washer. And we're going to probably go over this engine build, budget build. Going to build it with some parts that we have laying around. I've got a Texas Speed 224 arc cam, that LS2 intake. What else do I got for it? 243 heads, you know, a set of lifters. We're just going to throw this together from parts left over from extra kits, King bearings that I didn't use on my 6.2. And let's see. So here's some of the parts. They come out pretty clean with this washer. All this was, well, you know how they are, caked up full of oil. I'm about to get all that stuff out and throw the block in there and start the 6.0 build for the Lincoln. Well guys, I'm sorry about that. I was really excited to do that build and swap that truck down to Mexico. I had everything ready, fuel system set up, fuel cell, engine, flywheel, clutch. I was gonna made it up to a manual trans, try to knock that thing out in 2 days, but proper paperwork and trying to cross it over was just gonna be too difficult. So we went ahead and just decided not to go through with it. But y'all guys go ahead and stay tuned for more stuff. I got that next build that I'm gonna build is a 6-liter, so I can put it into my Lincoln, and then I'm gonna go ahead and after that engine's built, start on my dually and start dropping in that motor. Thanks guys, like and subscribe.